Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Euston Wall again. We're very early this time. Got up a lot earlier than normal. Feels quite alien to me. Normally up late, and I was up late last night. Only got about 4.5 hours sleep, so feeling pretty ropey. But I've got my coffee. That'll sort me out somewhat. And yeah, no real plan for today. It's going to be the last session I do for a few days, which is why I've been doing them back to back, and why I've been so exhausted in all of them. But yeah, it's going to be the last of those. Probably going to be the most fatigued I feel. But yeah, going to get on the wall, see what we can do, see if it affects me in any way. But yeah, probably going to try. I know I posted a video a little while ago of me doing drop knees for days, because I said I was going to practice that for an orange V7, and I've not got around to doing that yet because I've been so busy and there's so many different climbs to try. So I'm probably going to do that one today, or certainly attempt it multiple times, see how we get on, and then yeah, maybe a few other routes in here as well. I think that's the main one that I'm going to kind of project today, see how it goes, see if that training helped in any way whatsoever. But yeah, busy one. I'm off to the Lake District soon, so that's why I've been making so many videos. I'm going hiking with me and some mates, so I might make some content on that. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. Might make some content of me hiking up there, but yeah, let me know if you want to see that. If not, I'll keep it all climbing. I don't really mind too much either way, but yeah, let me know in the comments. But yeah, today's video, hope you enjoy it. Cool, so the orange that I'm talking about is on the wall behind me. I'm just going to warm up on some of the obviously easier climbs first, and then I'll talk through that route and show you the route, and then try it and hopefully not fall off it too many times. Oh, certainly feeling the lack of sleep. Feeling very clumsy, very slow. Yeah, not moving well, not very accurate. Yeah, going to be quite challenging regardless on this orange one. I'll talk through the route in a second, but it's very much my anti-style. Just horrible slopers all the way up, which I'm really bad on, and the feet aren't great, so my body positioning is going to be absolutely crucial on that climb. Making sure I can get as much weight through my feet as possible. And yeah, getting into position, I need to be quite loose, quite mobile when I do that. Otherwise I'll be spending too much energy fighting the holds for too long. So yeah, it's going to be a tricky route. I might do a couple more climbs maybe, and then jump into that, because I'm not really warm just yet. So yeah, I'll probably do another V4 maybe, and then jump into that one. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one today. Oh, such a crimpy route, that one. Really hurt the fingers this morning. Very sore. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the V7 now. This is where it starts. 2 hands on this pretty nasty sloper. Not a great deal to hold on to on here. There's a foothold down here, and on here, and here. and then it's just more horrible slopers, barely anything on that one. Same with this, same with this, and same with that I think as well. And then it's a little bit more crimpy towards the top with those two, and then a jug at the end. So yeah, going to be a really challenging route for me. Like I said, it's not my style whatsoever. But yeah, what I'm going to do is try and put some drop knees in between this foothold, probably this hold and the volume at some point as well, to try and reach up to this hold. So I'm going to be very compact on the wall. There's quite low hands and high feet as you go up, so that's going to be somewhat challenging. But yeah, we'll jump into it and see if we can even start it. Okay, just reading through the route. Obviously going to start with two hands on here, and this wall's very overhanging obviously, and this is at a slight angle, so the best way to hold onto the hold will be to get as far underneath kind of the overhang as I can, so my body weight's going to be right under here as far as possible. And then I can use this as a toe hook to begin with, and probably have my left foot on the toe and right foot on the volume down here somewhere, to then bicycle and allow me to come up to this hold. From that, I'm going to have to release the toe, either with my left foot on here first, to then come into a drop knee with this one. It's going to look something like this: left foot, right foot, dropping the knee in here, to then be able to go up to the right. And then I'm going to have to pivot again and turn to come up to the left. From that, I'll have to walk my right foot up to here, get my left foot on the volume, and do an even bigger drop knee, an even deeper drop knee, which is so difficult. They're so slopey, those two holds, and I've got to get my feet here and here, which is very compressed. There's not a big gap at all between hands and feet, so it's going to be a very awkward body position on the wall. From that, to then go up to the right to that sloper, and then I can hopefully rotate the other way and come up to the crimp, and then should be a bit more simple from that point. Foot up, hand up, hand up. So yeah, it is definitely going to be a tough route. We'll see how far we can get. I'll be happy if I can do one or two moves, to be honest, because yeah, like I said, it's not my style whatsoever, and I think it's just a tricky route in general. So I'm going to jump on in a second and see how we get on. Oh my God. That feels so far away. Might need to get a heel in here. I don't know what I need to do, but when I had the toe on, my hips were so low, my body weight was so far down, that hold felt miles away, which could be right, but with my grip on this, generating to pull to that hold felt nigh on impossible, so I'm not sure. But I'm not really warmed up fully yet by any stretch, so it might take me a few more goes getting set into this move before I can then pull to the next hold. That first move feels so hard, getting set on the wall. Something that I'm not doing right. It might be that I can go right foot on this volume instead and left foot on that hold, but that looks quite awkward as well. Might just give that a quick go. I think it's got to be on here. I think a heel would be better if I can get a heel on, but it just feels quite awkward to position the foot there. And I'm conscious there's this red hold here that I'm kind of camming on, which I don't want to be doing, because it's cheating, so. Wow, that's hard. Okay, that feels a really long way off, so I'm going to start from the second move, start with my left hand up, right hand on this, see if I can get my feet on into the drop knee position to practice what I actually did practice before, see if we can do that move from here to here. Fingers are just slipping the whole time. I barely feel like I can hold onto the wall. I need to do more with my feet. There's a lot of weight through my hands on that. I need to push out a lot harder, a lot sooner, but just getting set on the wall in that position anyway feels so far out of reach. This is genuinely such a tough route for me to climb. Something not right in where I'm placing my foot. I'm not getting enough outward pressure on these two. I might need to bring my foot a little bit lower down, but the issue with that is that my feet are closer together, which makes it harder to do the drop knee. But yeah, when I was on here, I'm trying to push to the side, my foot felt like it's slipping this way, so it's pretty difficult to find the right spot on that hold. It just feels so hard to push outwards with the feet. Like they're on the holds, but I'm not doing anything with them. I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's quite a compact body position, I'm not sure, but I'm really struggling to apply force, which means that everything's just through my arms and there's no chance of me generating to the next hold. I need to really push much harder through the feet. I don't know why I can't do that right now. I don't know what's going on. Such an awkward position. Yeah, it really is difficult. I think my goal today is to just do one move on this. I'll be very happy with that. Every move feels impossible. Even setting on the start is difficult, and then moving to the next hold from that. And yeah, the one I'm trying now as well, I don't know what it is, but I'm very much struggling to apply force through my feet. I think it must be that my hips are not close enough to the wall, so my weight's out, and because my weight's out, it's even harder to then push with my feet because they're too far in front of me. So I might need to bring my hips in further, which is pretty standard with climbing. It's normally the reason why I'll be falling off. But yeah, just figuring that out, how to do that. It's quite challenging. Okay, so just from watching the footage back, I think I might have figured out why. I think my drop knee isn't low enough. I'm kind of coming into this position and staying there. What I need to do is drop my knee way further down so that I'm almost pushing somewhat up in this direction. But yeah, my knee needs to come way lower down to here on the wall to allow me to stick in, get a bit lower on these holds, straighter arms, closer into the wall. I think that's the main thing, that's why I'm falling off, is that my drop knee is too high. I'm not going low enough, not sinking far enough into it, which makes holding onto these harder and getting my hips in harder as well. So I'm just gonna have a quick rest, and then I'm gonna try, I say try, that's the key word here, to get my right knee a lot lower when I get my feet up. and that will hopefully allow me to get more pressure through the feet, hips in closer to the wall, arms straighter, and then generate to the next hold. Ow. Felt somewhat more set that time. I don't know what was different. I actually think it was the hands that felt a bit better. I was just giving the holds another brush. But yeah, the feet maybe were a little bit more secure. I think I got the knee a little bit lower, but a little bit better. But I'm not really sure why, which is not helpful. It'd be nice to know what I did so differently that made that feel more comfortable, other than brushing the holds, which could be all it was, but I'm not convinced that it is. Okay, slow progress. That hold is horrible, so I need to be much more controlled going up to it, and my feet need to be a lot better. But yeah, I think I'm somewhat getting slightly further into the wall and a bit more weight through the feet, which is allowing me to set more on the wall a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, getting up to that hold is going to be pretty hard. It's a very poor, slopey pinch with barely anything on it by the looks of it and the feel of it. So yeah, this is tough. I don't think I'm going to give this route many more goes. I think the only reason I'm really trying it today anyway is because I did the video we doing the drop knee practice. But I think this gets taken down very soon as well. So I'm now going away. It's probably going to be taken down by the time I come back. I'm not going to get it sent today. So this is just good for me practicing technique on these rubbish holds with awkward feet for drop knees. So yeah, I'll give it a few more goes and then move on to something else. Got some pretty bad tendonitis in my right elbow right now, and in my left to be honest, but more my right, which I've not had for a while, and I obviously think it's because I've been climbing a bit more than I should have been. Yeah, a lot more strain going through my tendons recently. They've not had enough time to recover, so yeah, I think me going away and hiking and not climbing is going to be pretty good for them to rest a little bit more. But yeah, it's very painful, even just locking off the right arm on this, let alone trying to bump to the next hand. It's, yeah, kind of playing on my mind a bit, which is annoying because it stops me from fully committing. But yeah, just quite frustrating. So I'm probably going to move on to something else now. I'm not going to get this today, and it's going to be taken down, like I say, before I try it again. So I'm probably going to move on to something a bit lighter, maybe slabs, or possibly do some mid-level V3, 4, 5, that kind of grade. And see if I can just flash them, do something a bit more kind of higher pressure, better quality, and yeah, see if I can send those instead. Okay, so I just decided I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to try and do what I said was possible in a different video in terms of on slabs, on certain routes, climbing without using your hands. So you can use them for balance on the wall, but you can't pull on the holds with it. And now when I tried it before, there was a few volumes in the way, like here, on the route, which kind of brought my body weight out. But on this green, there is no volumes at all. So absolutely, I should be able to climb this with no hands, as long as my technique's right. It's going to force me to have very good footwork. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, just reflected on the V7 Orange. I was actually quite happy with the progress I made. I could barely hold on to anything at the start. And then, yeah, after a few more attempts, I got more set on the wall, started moving a bit more towards the hold. And yeah, if I didn't have a bit of shooting pain going through my elbows, I think I could probably do that another time. But yeah, like I said, it's getting taken down, so don't mind that too much. Yeah, happy with the progress that I made on that one. But yeah, I'm going to jump into this, try and do it with no hands. Cool, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I leant into the wall, my footwork was pretty good. It meant I didn't need to pull with my hands whatsoever. I could just use my feet. That's kind of what's something you want to perfect on slabs, because when the roots get harder, the more weight through your hands, the easier the climb is going to become for you. So yeah, it's a good little drill to practice that one. No hands, just use your feet. You can use them for balance a little bit on the wall, but try for the most part to just use your feet only. Okay, I'm going to jump in now to this blue V3. It's on an overhang. Starts with a bit of a press on this pinch, and one hand on this. Decent crimp. There's a foot on the volume here and there, and then a foot a bit higher up on the wall, and also here, and then a nice big hand hold, and again here. There's a foot hold there as well, and then yeah, another big hold up to the last. Really gonna have a technical focus on this. Gonna make sure I don't cut feet. That's the main key for me on this one, trying not to cut feet. Make sure I keep the tension through my body and my feet on. And yeah, this is just gonna be obviously an easier climb, but I'm just gonna try and do it to perfection, if you like. My end match was more tricky than I thought it was. Probably in hindsight looking at it, because I should have kept left foot on and then heel hooked on that. But I thought flagging would be okay, and it was, but I think I had to fight a bit harder than if I'd used my heel in that to obviously hit my body, stop myself swinging out. But yeah, it's a nice set, that one. Okay, I've actually run out of time now. I need to get going. So I'm going to end the video there. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, tough one today, tough session. I'm very tired physically, and didn't get much sleep last night either, so I'm quite happy with what I did on that V7. Like I said earlier, made a bit of progress, didn't do any moves, but managed to make more progress getting set on the wall, so happy with that. I actually did a decent demonstration on the slab this time where I didn't use my hands, which was quite cool. And yeah, it was nice to get this climb as well. So yeah, going to end the video there. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it if you give me a like and comment down below if you enjoyed the video. Helps me out loads. And also hit that subscribe button, that helps me out a lot as well. So yeah, most importantly, as always, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next one.